Each one of us is a product of complex interactions that take place over a lifetime, and the subtlest connection or experience may have more profound effects than we can ever imagine. If we can better understand what shapes us in the relational field around us, we might develop more compassion towards ourselves and others. This video offers a model that brings together different ways of thinking about human development and relationships. We might wish to see human development as a straight line from birth to death. However, our lives are far more complicated than that. Before we are born, the world around us is already having an effect. Our parents, their health, their culture, and their life histories will all influence us. Whether our parents were financially secure or struggling to make ends meet, whether they had access to good antenatal care, or whether our parents had positive experiences of being parented themselves. All of these experiences might contribute to who we are when we are born. Our experiences and thoughts around loss and death can also create beliefs that deeply influence our lives. Our knowledge, fear, acceptance, and perhaps the need to pass something on may affect how we choose to live. Some of these factors will be very present to us in our conscious minds. However, much will be out of our awareness, lodged deep in our unconscious. Which will exert more influence on our lives? The conscious thoughts we use to make decisions, or the unconscious forces that seem to make decisions for us? Once we are born, how we get cared for, played with, protected or neglected, whether we feel safe in our childhood home or live in fear, will impact us every day. For some of us, the love and attention we receive will make it easy for us to attach and bond with the people that are important to us. When we are sad, angry, or anxious, our caregivers can help us make sense of our distress. But some of us will be deprived of things we never knew we needed, material and emotional. Will we be able to ask for help? Will our voices be heard? If things go well, people will listen and understand so we don't feel alone. Our internal resources will also help us from within. But for some, support and caring will be absent. It may not feel safe to ask for help, or help may not be available. This may make it difficult for us to trust others or to express our needs in a straightforward way. In our lives, we will all experience a degree of adversity and trauma. There will be sudden shocks, losses, and periods of unhappiness. Some will be accidental, and some may result directly from neglect or abuse. If we have experienced good enough emotional and relational development, this secure attachment will provide us with a buffer against adversities we will face. However, adversities can severely impact our ability to develop secure attachments. Some of these adversities happen through omission, for example, via deprivation, neglect, and loss, while others occur through commission, such as the traumatic effects of psychological, physical, or sexual abuse. We also know from research into adverse childhood experiences that these experiences can profoundly impact our psychological, emotional, and physical health. Too many adverse childhood experiences may also reduce our life expectancy. Who we become will also be influenced by a range of factors from the physical, psychological, and sociocultural realms. Some examples might include genetics, the physical environment, and medication. Relational experiences, therapies, and the narratives we create play a significant role. The relational environment, along with our identities and opportunities for enrichment, are also influential. All of these factors will both shape us and be shaped by our experiences. Our individual response to life will depend on what we have, who is around us, the stability of our relationships, our wider circumstances, including our experiences of race, sex, gender and class, on our education and subsequent ability to gain and maintain work. We will all be influenced by our vulnerabilities and our strengths. Some of our vulnerabilities might even become a source of resilience. Some of us will experience a world where we can make meaningful choices and changes, but some of us may be left with feelings of powerlessness, shame, and despair. A good enough balance of positive and negative experiences in life is what determines whether your development will give you sustainable relationships and a good enough life. So how about you? How will your physical health impact your feelings of agency? How will power operate in your life? Will you receive physical, psychological, spiritual, and medical support? Will you feel empowered to seek help in times of crisis? Will you have social or cultural networks providing a source of resilience? These modifiers will continuously shift and change in a constant feedback loop with your experiences of yourself, others, and the world. Will your life experiences leave you healthy, adaptable, capable, and stable? By thinking about the interrelationship of all these factors, we can start to have a better understanding of others and ourselves.